A beautiful night for football coming to you live from St. Louis, Missouri. Sunday night and clear skies here as the Tulsa Desperados are in town to take on the St. Louis Gladiators. An Eastern Division battle between two teams trying to keep pace with Louisiana, who sits at the top of the division. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice for tonight's contest. Rochelle Colston and Justin reside on Stats, coming to you live from Gateway Coliseum. Gerald, this one very intriguing.
Yes, both these teams coming in trying to right the ship after a loss in Week 5. And this matchup is pretty much even. St. Louis has a 5-4 advantage. Although last season, St. Louis won both of their games by a combined score of 44-17, the last game resulting in a shutout.
Interesting between these two teams that the away team wins more often than the home team, but as Gerald talked about, St. Louis swept Tulsa in season 17, so Tulsa desperately trying to claw their way back into this matchup, and they might just have the team to do it. They were able to defeat Denver this season. St. Louis just fell to them in Week 5. It was a mere under 3 points in both of the matchups, so we'll have to see how tonight goes. St. Louis's passing defense will have to try and contain JQ and Douglas Brown, and on the opposite side, Christian Brown and Cairo Martinez will go to work for St. Louis. St. Louis wearing green with the gold pants, Tulsa in the white uniforms and red hats and pants to go along with the shoes and socks. Ball is on the tee. St. Louis will kick, and Tulsa will start with the football, and we are underway. Return coming off of the goal line. Gabriel Manning will bring it out, spin twice, stop and go, face mask. He got away with that one, and he's out to the 39. A little bit of excitement to start our night.
Of course, Gabriel Manning, Mr. Excitement himself. 22 returns for touchdowns in his career, 18 coming via the kickoff and 4 by the punt return. Every time he has the ball in his hands, it's an exciting play.
393 miles separate these two franchises. It would take you 5 hours, 45 minutes with traffic to get here from Tulsa, Oklahoma. And they're going to go airborne for the first pass, and that is incomplete. St. Louis best passing defense in the SFL through the games that they've played, and they tried to test them on first down.
A great play there by the defensive back to knock that ball down. Yeah, both these teams have a tendency to turn the ball over. Both of these clubs are -7 in turnover differential, 20th in the league.
And that will force Tulsa to set up for 2nd and 10. Handoff left side. First time we've seen Douglas Brown tonight, and it might be the first time he goes long. Down the sideline across the 20. See you later, Douglas Brown. Touchdown, Desperados.
Douglas Brown, 85 yards last week, gets a big chunk there. Gets his 3rd touchdown of the season, has some great blocking up front, making some guys miss it. As soon as he breaks to the outside, there was no one there. As you see the St. Louis defender there, Colin Douglas trying to get the angle, could not get there. And boy, Tulsa jumps out early to a 6-0 lead.
When I talked to Dion Hawkins about this matchup between him and St. Louis, he said they are a stingy defense. The Gladiators wanted to limit their turnovers and have their run game control the clock. Well, no need to control the clock when you go right down the field and punch 7 right in on the opening drive. Huge run from Brown, huge setup by Gabriel Manning, and just like that, pop goes the Weasel, 7-0 from Tulsa.
Yeah. Douglas Brown coming in 9th overall, 413 yards, averaging 4 carry, which is pretty good. Also has a fumble, but what an opening for the Tulsa Desperado offense. Now let's see if St. Louis and Christian Brown can return the favor.
Christian Brown, not related to Douglas Brown, but does love his podcast. Did make sure of that before we made our way out to St. Louis, and that's where the Gladiators will set up at the 23, and we'll take you through their offense before something else happens. Christian Brown, the quarterback for St. Louis in his 3rd season. Cairo Martinez, the 4th-year back. Christopher Dean is the rookie fullback for the boys in green and gold. Paul Dillevue, Shane Kaufman, Eagle Mondavia are the receivers. Phil Koss, Guy Clausen, the tight ends. Bobby Ray Beauchamp, Beauchamp is the kicker. And Ulfreich Rugen is the punter. Play action for Brown, fires underneath, caught and sandwiched there at the 27.
Combination tackle there on Paul Dillevue, getting his first catch of the ball game. Going to bring up 2nd and 6.
From the 27, St. Louis will set up 2nd and 6. It was the second play of Tulsa's drive that went yard. We'll see if St. Louis dares match. No, they'll go fullback run up the middle, and Dean will pick up a yard.
Combination stop there by Miles Gibson and Carson Miller, coming up to a 3rd down for the St. Louis Gladiators, coming into this season 2nd with a 69% conversion rate on offense. Very good.
4 wide for the Gladiators. Single back offset to the left. 4 pass rushers in. Brown floats down the middle, tipped up and incomplete. Nice defensive play there on the back end to knock it down by Ricky Thornton.
Play as you see Miles Gibson pumping up the crowd, and it's going to bring up Ulfreich Rugen, the undrafted rookie, 5'11", 250, a big guy for a punter, to come in to punt to the ever-dangerous Gabriel Manning.
Tulsa has opened this game. They've punched St. Louis in the mouth, and the Gladiators are trying to counter it. Instead, their opening drive goes nowhere. They'll have to punt. They're coming after it. They won't get there. And we'll see Gabriel Manning set up for the return. Out across the 30, spin move, 2 spin moves. He'll get out to the 35. And again, the Desperados setting up with really good field position, Gerald.
Great play there by the back guard, Solomon Best for St. Louis. Basically not giving Gabriel Manning a place to go. Is going to bring up 1st and 10 here. Another great field position for the 35-yard line for the Desperados.
JQ, the quarterback, 3rd-year man for Tulsa, 6'5", 220 pounds, 0 for 1 tonight. Didn't need it with the first overall pick, Douglas Brown, going yard. He'll fire across the middle, and there's his first completion of the night. That catch made by DJ Hume.
The 17th reception of the season. JQ coming in next to last in completion percentage and leading the league in interceptions with 16. He needs to get off to a really good start here to really gain that confidence.
Trips tight formation. Single back is Douglas Brown against a 3-3 look out of the St. Louis Gladiators defense. Short drop, quick throw is off the mark, trying to find Gabriel Manning right into the teeth of that defense.
The teeth, there's a full set of teeth right around Gabriel Manning. There are 4 or 5 defenders in the vicinity, so it's going to bring up a 2nd and 10 at the midfield stripe.
JQ today, 1 of 3 so far. Going to try and get back on top of that average. They'll go split spread look against a nickel defense. Short drop again. Quick fire out of the backfield. That is caught by Brown. Brown spins twice and is able to pick up 6.
Tackle there by Nicholas Warner and a whole bunch. Going to bring up 3rd and 4. Brown making a couple guys miss. It's going to bring up a 3rd down for their don't have a 3rd down conversion because the second play, Brown took a 61-yard to the house.
Need to get to the 40-yard line in order to move the chains. Q will stand under center with Brown offset to the right. Quads look, he will look to throw. Steps up in the pocket, fires, nice completion. Found the open man for 1st down yardage. That catch made and moving the chains there to the 35.
Edric Davis on the reception. A great pocket awareness, stepping up, hits the open man.
A little behind him.
A little bit, but great adjustment. Another tackle there for Nicholas Warner, his 2nd of the ballgame.
Yeah, Davis made the adjustment, and that's what you need when you are going to be a good team in this league. You need everyone to come to play every single game. Here is Q looking to throw it. Will sling again, outside caught, and that is right at the sticks. A 9-yard pickup there on the outside. I think that might be Sanzo Robinson, but it's Corey Jones instead.
David Leathers coming up with the tackle, his first season with the Gladiators, coming over from the Dragons, brings up a manageable 2nd and 1 here at 26.
Three backs in the backfield. Stephen McMichaels, the fullback, will flank Brown. They'll give it to Brown, and he got stopped short, knocked down right at the 26, and it'll be 3rd and a yard.
Another first-season Gladiator, Keenan Samuels, with the stop coming over from Baltimore, brings up another 3rd and 1 coming up for the Desperados.
Two backs in the backfield is McMichaels and Brown. They'll give it to Brown, and he's got the first down. Almost took a step back there, Gerald. Made me a little nervous, but the rookie is able to convert.
I would be a little bit nervous if I see big number 97, Max Knight, 6'5", 350, coming at you, but somehow spins away from the pressure and gets the first down to keep the drive alive.
McMichaels out in front of Brown again. 4-3 look now out of St. Louis. They will give it to Brown off the right side. Stuffed. Going nowhere on that one. Matthew Holford on the spot.
Matthew Holford with his 5th tackle for loss of the season. Comes up big on a loss of 3. It's going to put Tulsa in a 2nd and 13. We haven't seen them in the situation so far in this early part of the ballgame.
2nd long, they go heavy. They are looking to run the ball tonight. Brown, another carry, and Brown stuffed for a 2nd time on this drive. Samuels, again, paying dividends coming over from Baltimore.
Along with the one-time All-Star Mark Gronick there on the stop. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long situation. 3rd and 12. Tulsa right now 2 for 2 on 3rd downs.
4 wide again. They've ran this play a couple of times. 3-2 look out of St. Louis. Here's the throw from Q. It's caught, and that is 1st down.
Wow. Big time throw by JQ and hits Gonzo Robinson. With only his 7th catch of the season. That can't be right, but not being utilized, but a great throw there. Outside, there was no chance for Mark Gronick to pick him up, and it's another 1st down for Tulsa inside the red zone at the 13.
3 receivers wide, single back off to the right. Here's Q to throw it. We'll flip it out to Brown, and Brown tackled for a loss.
Great open field tackle once again. Keenan Samuel seems to be all over the field. It's going to bring up a 2nd 11 at the 14. This is where JQ needs to be careful with the football here. 16 picks. You don't want to throw it in too much traffic down here in the red zone.
They'll go shotgun again. Single tight end on the line. Q gonna fire. End zone, and that is incomplete. Knocked away right at the last second. A huge play from Raugar Law.
Big play by the veteran Raugar Law. Coming up with the stop there. Could have been picked off. It looked like it was going to be intercepted, but he knocked it down. It's going to bring up a 3rd and long. They need to get to the 3 to get a 1st down.
3rd and 11. They're going to go gun straight. Here is Q looking to throw. Pressure coming, evades, floats back in the end zone. Incomplete, looking for France.
France with 1 touchdown of the year. Tried to get number 2, but great pocket awareness for JQ stepping up, but could not get the ball to Jason France, but missed him high, which was great because it didn't result in a turnover. And the newly engaged Brooke Beisel is coming out here to kick an extra point, kick the field goal.
Beisel trying to make it a 10-point game. She is 6'1", 185, 2nd round pick, 25th overall out of San Jose. The ball will be spotted at the 20 by Deshira Young. Young with the hold, kick up and on the way, and it is no good.
I believe that kick hit the left upright. Let's see what happens here. A chip shot field goal, doink off the top of the left upright, and they just wasted a 13-play drive and come away with no points. If you're St. Louis, you have to be happy with that.
Unfortunate end to the drive for Tulsa. The Gladiators take over on their own 20-yard line. Shotgun look here. Christian Brown on 1st down. Brown going to move in the pocket, fires outside, caught, and that is good for 8. And let's take you through this Tulsa defense and get them introduced to you. Chris Andrews leads the SFL in sacks at defensive end. Berto Demora out on the other side. Jaden Swift and are the front three. Miles Gibson, Carson Miller, and Philadelphia Collins, the linebackers. Nate Heslep, King Rashid, Cameron Shaw are the corners. Daniel Wright, Travis Arthur, and Ricky Thornton are the safeties to round out this Tulsa team on the road. Here is the give to Martinez, has the first down.
You run there, Philadelphia Collins on the stop. You're talking about this front three of Tulsa. Combined 11.5 sacks and 30 tackles for losses. All 3 of those players are in the top 10 in the SFL.
They are going to set up with 4 receivers, 4 down linemen for Tulsa, bringing a late blitz. Move from Brown. He will fire outside, caught, and a pickup of 8 there. Nice find by Brown to hit Eagle Mondavi on the sideline.
Great reception. Eagle Mondavi, his 22nd of the season. Found a nice soft spot. It looked like the delayed blitz there from the corner just opened up that sideline. And just an easy pitch and catch. Brown to Mondavi.
St. Louis trying to keep pace, got the blessing of the missed field goal. They can go down and score, they'll be in good shape. Martinez with the flip out will have enough for the first down, and St. Louis will keep their drive moving.
Haslip, and I believe it was Daniel Wright on the stop, but just enough to get the first down and keep the sticks going here with just under 3 minutes to go in the first.
2 backs in the backfield. Here is Brown looking to throw it. Fires down the middle. Completion and a big play for St. Louis. Moves the ball to the 41.
Great throw here by Christian Brown. Camera just right there. Perfectly thrown ball. Just absolutely number 71.
Oh, man. Joe Willie.
Oh, Willie with the reception. Tackle eligible. Hey, gotta love it when the big guy gets involved.
Joe Willie Washington, the tackle, is sent down the field and is going to haul it in. And, man, that is a big boy. Brown to throw again, fires across the middle. That's not Joe Willie, but it is a first down. St. Louis moving the ball now to the 27.
I got to get my coach to see if I can start playing some wide receiver here. Let's go with the big boy. But that's another great pass, and it looks like Tulsa in the middle of the defense is just wide open, and Christian Brown is picking them apart.
Bunch formation, bottom of the screen. Nickel look here out of Tulsa. Brown, short drop, going to float one over the top, and could not haul it in. Was trying to connect there on the outside with Phil Koss, and Koss was blanketed by Desperados.
Koss 6'5", throw it up in the air. I hope he can come down with it. Yeah, nice tight spiral going, and it was, nice play there by Haslip. It looked like he had it, and Haslip knocked it out of his hands with the hit. So great defensive play there by Haslip to bring up 2nd and 10.
Deion Hawkins also said they wanted to get this pass rush involved. Haven't seen much of that so far. Offensive line for St. Louis doing what they need to do, as well as some of the stuff they're not expected to do, catching passes down the field. 2nd and 10 here from the 27. Brown going to fire outside, and that is going to be caught for a few yards. If you're new to the SFL, the Simulation Football League combines traditional esports, normal sports, and role-playing games all into one. Team strategies are executed in real time by our simulations as real-life players compete on this virtual gridiron. For more information about our league, you can visit our website at simulationfl.net. The SFL, we put the fan in fantasy. We put St. Louis here in a 3rd and 7. Trying to move the chains is Brown. Brown on the corner routes, got it.
Great catch by the receiver. Number 8, I'm trying to see who that is. I believe that is Shane Kaufman, the rookie 13th overall pick from Tacoma. High points that ball beautifully. And a stop there by Cameron Shaw. But now they have 1st and goal here at the 8. And they're turning that missed field goal into a good chance to get some points here in this drive.
was looking to be a 10-0 lead for Tulsa. They now are facing a tie game if St. Louis can find the end zone. Play action from Brown, dumps underneath and deflected well there for Tulsa. Carson Miller got a hand to it.
Carson Miller, his first pass deflection of the season, it comes up huge. Second leading tackler on this team with 47 tackles. Comes up with a big play there for second and goal here at the 8.
Brown now 9 of 12, completing 75% of his passes. Leading receiver is Mondavi with 21 yards on 2 grabs. I formation now. Martinez will dot the I. They're going to throw out of it. Brown fires across the middle, tipped up and picked off! Intercepted there for Tulsa. Cameron Shaw.
Oh, the heartbreak as they're trying to hit the fullback. Christopher Dean was wide open in the middle of the field, could not hang on, and it falls into the hands of Cameron Shaw, and he says, thank you, I will take my 14th interception, and both teams driving in great field position, turnover on an interception, the other with a missed field goal, and Tulsa dodges a huge bullet.
A real gift there. You said it, Gerald. The fullback wide open, could not collect it, and now Tulsa will try and benefit. Oh, dangerous pass to Corey Jones. Oh, look out on the sideline.
Corey Jones hitting people left and right, but what a dangerous throw there by JQ, just out of the reach of the defender, because that would have been a pick 6. But boy, what a dangerous pass that only gained 4.
Graham Northrup on the sideline got ran over. He didn't do anything to deserve that. And we'll be talking about that for a while. Here's the shotgun snap. Q fires again on the out route. Look out, Graham. Okay, he's not over there this time.
Yeah, I think he's not going to hit the punter that is sitting there at 250 pounds. But great pass there for Q. And it's going to bring up a third and a very manageable 2 here with just under 35 seconds to go here in the first quarter.
3rd and 2. Huge down for St. Louis, trying to keep and limit the damage after that interception. I formation, they will give. Douglas Brown right up the gut and has the first down, does the rookie, out to the 39.
Showing you why he was the first overall pick. 6 carries for 72 yards. Of course, he had that big 61-yarder earlier in this quarter, but look at the blocking right there up in the front of that line. Absolutely beautiful. Gets him the first down here. That's probably going to be the last play of the quarter.
That will be the end of the first quarter. Tulsa 7 on the road. The home team Gladiators find themselves in a 7-0 hole to start the second. You're watching the Simulation Football League. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice on the call for this one from St. Louis, Missouri. Here is the give. Right side to Douglas Brown to start the second quarter, and Brown has 6. He's really ran well tonight, Gerald.
He has the tackle there by defensive tackle the defensive lineman, Mike Ballot, but yeah, he's running fantastic, and it seems like when he gets hit, he just can keep those legs turning and just gaining yard after yard after yard after contact.
Another run up the middle. That is Brown again, and it'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Great hit, stopped by number 42. He seems to be everywhere on this defense. That's Mark Ronick, 5-year player, coming in. Makes a big 3rd and 3 here just on Tulsa's side of the 50.
They're going to go gun for this 3rd and 3. Running back to the right. Here's the throw down the middle, off the mark, and St. Louis will have the stop.
Great defensive hold there as the punter for Tulsa comes out. Ismaila Farouk going to try to pin him deep. That might have been an ill-advised pass. There's a lot of green jerseys there trying to find the receiver.
Punter for Tulsa is on. Farouk will try and send this one away. St. Louis had a really good drive strung together the last time out, ended in an interception off the fullback's hands, and now they will get the football back. Farouk sends it away. This one fielded at the 20 and out to the 21-yard line. Well, I also spoke, Gerald, to St. Louis's staff prior to this game, and they really, are trying to figure out how to convert on some of these third and longs. They like Christian Brown and what he brought, and like him as a game manager, and trying to get him to be a little more comfortable in the pocket. They struggled there to do so on the last drive with the interception, but they'll go right back to the air, and that one is caught off of the back of a defender, somehow collected. I believe that's Kaufman who hauled it in.
Unbelievable play there. Shane Kaufman did haul it. I think it was off the hands of Eagle Mondavi. Had a drop the last time that fell into the hands of the Tulsa Desperados. This one, luckily, fell into the Gladiators' hands.
4-3 look out of Tulsa. They will shift the linebackers over, 2 in the backfield for St. Louis, and they will look to throw. Brown fires out of the backfield. Martinez stood up and not going to get to the first down marker. This Carson Miller's playing out of his mind tonight.
Big open field tackle. That looked like it was going to be an easy first down, and as you said, just stood him right up at the 30-yard line. It's going to bring up 3rd and 1. This is something that they need to start converting here to try to get back into this football game.
2 tackles and a pass deflection for Miller is as good as any defensive player for Tulsa so far. 3rd and a yard. They will throw for it. Brown across the middle, deflected away and incomplete. The play made there for Tulsa is the deflection is going to end the drive.
Philadelphia Collins with a big, just reading the eyes of the quarterback, knocks the ball down, and it's a 3 and out for St. Louis, and that's not what you needed. I'm surprised he didn't hand the ball off there to Karen Martinez on a 3rd and 1. A 3rd and 1 play.
In an interesting spot here, Gerald, as St. Louis will look to punt this one away from their own 30. Rugen will send it, and the return will be collected by Manning. Manning tries a spin move, won't get there. The last time these two teams met, Gerald, week 8 of season 17, Brown, 1 interception, 1 touchdown, 247 yards. JQ, 187 yards, but 3 picks. The question mark for Brown, how does he respond to the interceptions, and can JQ stay clean tonight?
That's definitely the keys to the game. Q needs to get with interceptions. He had 5 in his last game in the defeat of St. Louis.
And Brown stonewalled in the backfield. St. Louis doing a really good job. Mark Gronick.
Tackle number 5 right now in the first half for Mark Gronick. Stops him dead in the water for a big 4-yard loss. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 14. Both of these defenses, since that opening touchdown by Douglas Brown, have tightened up.
2 in the backfield, spread look here. 2nd and 14, they'll take a deep drop. Deep throw from Q, and he's behind the defense. See you later, Corey Jones. 5-10 touchdown, Tulsa. They strike again. Big play, Desperados.
And that is number 50, the half-century mark for Corey Jones as he finds himself behind the defense. I think they got number 24 there, got picked by the defense, by the official there, Geralt Winkler, but they take advantage of it, hit him deep, and there is nothing but green grass in front of Corey Jones, his 6th touchdown reception of the season. And once again, congratulations on hitting number 50.
73-yard completion from JQ to Corey Jones, and it is money for Tulsa. They had a 61-yard run from Douglas Brown for 6. They had a 71-yard pass for 6. These Desperados humming on all assets of the game so far, Gerald.
Yeah, when you think of Tulsa and big plays, you think when one name that really comes to mind is Gabriel Manning, and he's been held off the score sheet tonight on a 73-yard pass to Corey Jones, and then the big 61-yard run by Douglas Brown, and Tulsa handing back 20 to nothing loss in week 17 with a 14-0 spot right here early in the second.
And St. Louis is in a rough spot here. They need to get back into this game. Their drive resulted in an interception, the best one of the night did. And they've had a couple punts in addition to that. They will have rough starting field position too. Return man tried to do a little too much, and they'll be stuck back at their own 19.
Jen Kaufman, the rookie who has a touchdown return so far this season, just tried to do a little bit too much, as you said, and now they're inside the 20 to start.
Brown already has the one interception tonight. You don't want to go to the air too much too early. There's still plenty of ball game left. 8 minutes to play here in the second quarter, but also don't want to pretend that a 14-point deficit is fine. Martinez will break out to the left side and pick up 3. Have you checked out video content produced by our community lately? Check the SimPod every week, SFL Crunch Time, and Road to Glory every Wednesday night. SFL Nights with AJ Stryker premieres on Thursday nights. Say It With Your Chest airs on Fridays, and NetMuzz can be seen all week long at 6 p.m. Eastern. Every week, the live show schedule can be accessed through our Discord server at the top of the channel listing. Just look for the events tab. 2nd and 7. They'll give it to Martinez up the gut again, and he will pick up a couple more. 3rd and 3.
You're going to get out of those 3rd and long situations. You got that man right there, Kyra Martinez, running the football very, very well so far. This game, he had 3 carries there. Now he's in the positive yards, but he finally got going here on 2nd down, big 3rd.
3rd and 3, fires to the sideline, caught and inbounds right there on the Desperados bench, and they will call it a 1st down for Mondavi.
Need a big throw and a big catch. You go to Eagle Mondavi. Great hands to get that 1st down, doing the tiptoe on the sideline.
Got to keep the feet in bounds as a star receiver in this league. Did so there, and that will set them up for a new set of downs at the 32. Here is another pass. They will fire outside, caught and tackled at the 36-yard line. 4-yard pickup right on the tackle.
Back to back for Mondavi here. Going to bring up a 2nd and 6. Like you mentioned about the 3rd and long, but you get it in the 2nd and 6, 2nd and 5 situations, it just makes the playbook wide open and can really keep the defense on its heels.
Dime look here out of Tulsa. 4 wide for St. Louis. They're going to take a deep shot here. It's tipped up and caught! Oh, what a collection there! A huge play for the Gladiators.
Wow, Paul Delavu with a grab here and another ball that was up in the air, and the second one that fell into the hands of a St. Louis Gladiator as both Ricky Thornton and Cameron Shaw had a chance at the interception. Cameron Shaw could have had his 2nd of the first half, but it finds its hands into the hands of Paul Delavu. A big lucky play here to get inside the 40.
He said, I don't mind if I Delavu, and took that one right out of the air, and it moves St. Louis down the field. Martinez will not get very far out of the backfield on that one. Philadelphia Collins introduces himself again.
I guess that would be deja vu for Delavu then with that 2nd tip catch. But Philadelphia Collins with a big open field tackle there on Kyra Martinez to hold him to no gain. 2nd and 10.
2 tight ends check into the game. That's Phil Koss and Guy Clausen, Single back is Martinez. They'll play action to him. Brown going to fire across the middle, and that is Delavu again, who picks up 8 or 9.
That's the catch the conventional way. This time with Miles Gibson on the stop. It's going to bring up a 3rd and a long one, maybe a short 2 here coming up at the Tulsa 28-yard line, trying to get some points on the scoreboard.
I formation. Tulsa has 7 in the box to defend it. Brown under center with Martinez in the backfield and Dean. He will throw. Going to look for Dean again. Incomplete. That was the play, Gerald, that they ran where the ball bounced off of Dean's hands and was picked off by Tulsa. Got to be careful, but they appear to like Dean in the passing game.
Dean was open again in the middle of the field. This time he just couldn't get it, but luckily for them, ball falls harmlessly to the turf. And I think it's going to be field goal time here, although it looks like Christian Brown's on the field.
Offense still out here for 44, trying to steal a free first down from Tulsa, it looks like. Play clock down to 7. 7 in the box for Tulsa, but they don't appear to be biting, and they will back off, and St. Louis will smartly call the timeout.
Great presence there by Berto Demora, Jaden Swift, Chris Andrews, Miles Gibson, Carsonville, and Philadelphia Collins to not jump offsides and not get drawn. It's going to set up a long field goal attempt here for St. Louis.
They will send out the kicking unit to try and get some points on the board down in a 14-0 hole. Bobby Ray Bouchaw is on. The rookie, 5'11", 191, undrafted for St. Louis. Snapback, hold down, kick on the way, and it is good from 45 yards. The Gladiators have fought their way onto the scoreboard, 14-3.
A great hold for that Tulsa defense. You see Bobby Ray Bouchaw with a beautiful field goal there. Like you said, to get them on the board, make it 14-3 here with 4:39 to go. Let's see if JQ and a surprisingly big play Tulsa Desperado offense can do here on the next drive.
Kick is away. Gabriel Manning, the man standing back, awaiting it at the 3. He will return it out across the 20-yard line, re-angles himself, and fights for every yard they'll give him out to the 27.
You have to maintain your lanes on special teams when you're going to kick to Gabriel Manning, because you make one slip and he'll be gone.
Manning, one of the better special teams players in the Simulation Football League, has been dangerous for quite some time now and ranks first in kick return touchdowns, 18 in his career for number 18. He'll start with a handoff to Brown, and he's going backwards. He'll lose a yard.
Guess who's there? Number 42, Mark Ronick, his 6th tackle of the first half. And it just seems like Douglas Brown sees a hole, and all of a sudden 42 plugs it up.
After that initial run from Brown, they've done a good job of keeping him in check. They'll give it to him again, and Brown surges forward. It'll be 3rd and 7, just like that.
A gain of 4 yards there. After that 61-yard run, you take all the other carries, he basically has 9 carries for 12 yards. So great adjustment there by the St. Louis Gladiator defense.
3rd down, they'll run it. Brown not going to get there, stuffed right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle made by Panani to stuff Brown will result in the 4th down as these teams trade punts.
2-time All-Star last time back in season 16. Panani coming up with a big stop, and it's going to give Tulsa, going to punt the ball away to the Gladiators with just over 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Low snap for Farouk. He corrals it and will send this one away. Punt fielded and returned for a couple yards. Nice run there by Kaufman. It'll set them up at the 38 with 3:06 to go in the second, and they do get the ball out of the halftime break, Gerald, so a chance for St. Louis to get right back in this game.
If they need to drive down here and get some points on the board right before halftime, which would be a big jolt for the Gladiators. Boy, Tulsa's defense has been playing good so far in this first half, only holding them to 3 points.
2 in the backfield, and they will look to throw it. Fires on the out route, and that is caught. They will pick up 6 yards. They've ran that play a couple times. Gerald, that's the one where the fullback runs right up the middle, tight end on the out route. The tight end on the out route usually works. The fullback has been kind of the struggle there.
And Volkos comes up with another good catch. He's one of the favorite receivers of Christian Brown. Brings up a nice 2nd and 4 here at the 44.
Same formation on 2nd down. 4-3 look out of Tulsa. They'll give it to Martinez, though. And, if he would have followed the blocks outside, he might have been dancing in the end zone right about now.
That's inside Tulsa territory at the 49. As you see, Kyle Martinez getting some great blocks up front. Like you said, if he would have went out to the right, had some great blocks there. Just couldn't find the hole. It gets the first down. It's going to come up to the 2-minute warning here. It's probably the last play before that.
I formation again. Tulsa has walked nearly everyone in the box. And St. Louis going to fire on the out route caught. And that is Koss again. He will pick up 4 more. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning in the second quarter. 14-3. The Tulsa Desperados on top of the St. Louis Gladiators. You're watching the Simulation Football League on YouTube. Rochelle Colston and Justin reside on stats for us. He's Gerald Giudice. I'm Andy Hamilton, and this is the SFL. 2nd and 6 for St. Louis. Brown will take a 5-step drop and dump it out. Martinez open on the swing route. Has first down yardage and more. Stepping out of bounds at the 27. One of the best plays from Martinez we've seen tonight. The longest for sure.
Philadelphia Collins with the tackle as he runs through the tackle of Horton, but he was wide open on that swing pass coming out of the backfield. Made a great adjustment on the ball as the ball was thrown a touch behind him, but was still able to turn his shoulders upfield and get a big chunk of yards.
Sets St. Louis up just 7 yards outside of the red zone. 4-3 look here for Tulsa. Brown under center, completing 76% of his passes. Slings underneath, and that is caught. Oh, somehow Dillifoo reached out and was able to secure the ball. Tulsa was fighting for that one.
Wow, what a catch. Low to the ground. I don't know how that ball was completed, but Dillifoo, as you see, 5 catches for 52 yards, 6 targets. A great catch to throw ratio right there.
Rush coming, for Tulsa. Brown didn't even flinch. 20 of 26 tonight, and will look to throw for the 27. Sidearm pass, tipped up and intercepted. Coming back the other way is Cameron Shaw. Shaw down the right sideline. No way, he's got the wheels for this. He's got the edge. He's got the distance. Cameron Shaw, touchdown, Tulsa.
What a play, another bounce deflection, and it just outruns the offensive line. I thought the offensive line would have had the angle, but somehow Cameron Shaw just runs it down for his second pick 6 of his career. I thought he was done right here, but he just had the legs. As you see the sideline there cheering him on, as he just outruns, and the Oxbury outruns Eagle Mondavi. But what a turn of events. Another pick, but this time it goes to the house. Another big play for Tulsa. The results in another touchdown.
Second interception of the night for Cameron Shaw. He is Johnny on the spot that time. A pick 6 for Tulsa really puts a change on the complexion of this game, Gerald.
Another 60-plus yard play. And a 61-yard run by Douglas Brown. The 73-yard touchdown by Corey Jones. And I believe this was like an 80-yard return, 83-yard return for a touchdown. Unreal. Boy, the game just changes on a dime with the second interception thrown by Christian Brown in the game. And another one that's not his fault. It hits the receiver in the hands, pops up, and it goes into Cameron Shaw's hands once again.
Still goes down as a pick for Brown. Return here for St. Louis. Gerald, they got 2 timeouts, minute to work with. They're still okay. Brown, can get him down the field here with some smart throws.
But he's not a lot of yards per attempt. You see 27 attempts for 168 yards. Last week he threw the ball 45 times and yet didn't have a 300-yard ball game. So they're dinking and dunking, and it seems like when he goes downfield is when he's in trouble.
They will look to throw, and this one is an out route. Oh, my gosh. It was almost lightning striking twice. Carson Miller.
Oh, that's why he plays linebacker, because he doesn't have the hands. He'll probably hate me for that, but that would have been back-to-back pick 6s if Carson Miller would have held on to that football. Man, I think if you're St. Louis, You just might want to run the football here and go into halftime only being down by 18 and nothing. Another pick happens here.
4-3 look out of Tulsa. High formation, they'll just give it to Martinez up the gut, and that's probably the safest play you can run after something like that. An 8-yard pickup for Cairo, who's looked decent tonight, Gerald.
John Martinez is not having a bad day. That's only his third carry. He's averaging almost 5.8 yards a carry. But, man, you need to get him more involved in this offense because Christian Brown is not having a good day behind center.
Tulsa playing some bump coverage. 2 tight ends for St. Louis. Might be a mismatch there. Here is Brown to throw. Fires to the tight end, and there was the mismatch. There was the completion to Phil Koss.
You're rushing to the line. You have 2 timeouts. And it could be a mistake.
Here's another throw. Brown fires across the middle, in and out of the hands of the receiver. Incomplete. Was trying to fit it in a window to Mondavi.
That's a tough go and a tough catch. Mondavi had it, but it looked like he got hit in the back. But as soon as that ball got there, Daniel Wright is going to bring up 2nd and 10 here with 13 ticks on the clock.
Two receivers wide, playing press on the outside again. Here's Brown to throw, going to float one over the top. Oh, collected and lost!
Why aren't you calling a timeout here? You have them. You have 2. You just wasted about 4 or 5 seconds that could have got you a play to make you even closer if you're going to go for a Hail Mary or what's going to be, a 57-yard attempt. I think they needed to call that timeout just a little bit sooner.
Got in position to give Brown a chance to sling it. That was Mondavi over the top who made Tulsa look silly on that. I mean, words are hard sometimes with a play like that. A big catch, and it does put them in position to have a shot at the end zone. Tulsa has 3 rushers down, 1 linebacker on the field, 4 receivers spread out to the bottom here of the field for Brown. Looking to throw, pressure coming. He's going to get this one off. Heave deep down towards the end zone, tipped up and incomplete. It'll fall to the turf harmlessly, and that will be the end of the half. Tulsa, 21-3, Gerald. The Desperados have come into St. Louis, kicked down the door, and jumped out in front.
They definitely came through the loop. As you see the halftime coming up here, Christian Brown, 22 of 32, 202 yards, but has 2 interceptions. JQ, 9 of 14 for 131 with a big strike. To Corey Jones of 73 yards. As you see the halftime stats right there, they look kind of even, but the big thing on the bottom there is the 2 turnovers. That led to that big pick 6 by Cameron Shaw.
St. Louis will start with the football. Brown will come back out. He threw a pick 6 in the first half as well as had a heave to the end zone, had another interception. Really a night that Christian Brown so far has not wanted to remember, and we'll see if he can clean up and right his wrongs here in the second half. And he'll have the chance to do it immediately, finding himself down in a 21-3 hole. 5-step drop dump out. Martinez off the right side will pick up 4. I'm Andy Hamilton. Joining me in the booth, Gerald Giudice, Rochelle Colston, and Justin Reside running the stats truck for us. And Gerald, it was quite the first half. Tons of big plays.
All the big plays went to the team in the white and red, white, and blue with Tulsa coming up with a big-time scores of 73-yard reception, a 61-yard run, and an 83-yard pick 6 to go up the score at 21-3, as you see.
Fullback run right up the middle will make it 3rd and manageable. Christopher Dean, the 3rd-round pick. Or excuse me, that's Martinez. My fault.
Martinez coming up with another run now, averaging 6.3 yards a carry. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2 here for St. Louis. They need to keep the football and get a decent drive going here, or Tulsa's just going to run away with the football game.
3rd and 2, Martinez with the give, and Martinez will earn those yards. I tell you what, one thing they do here in the East, Gerald, they hit.
Oh, Miles Gibson fell about 5 yards back after Martinez was not going to be denied on that third down run, just lowered the shoulder and lowered the boom on Miles Gibson.
Two backs in the backfield for the Gladiators. One deep safety look for Tulsa. Might be a second one back there. Here's the give up to Martinez. That time Tulsa said, we've seen enough of him. Carson Miller again.
Carson Miller filling the gap. His fifth tackle of the game, leading the tackling for Tulsa coming into the third quarter was Nate Haslip with 6. Matching Mark Gronick's 6 on the St. Louis Gladiators side of the defense.
Two tight ends out. This has been a formation that St. Louis has had some success out of. 2nd and 11. Brown going to float one across the middle. That one was just off the mark.
That was because he had Jaden Swift in his grill. That's right, it was off the mark. I think that's one of the first times a quarterback has gotten hit in this game. Not much pressure on the quarterbacks. He seemed to sidestep it well, but that time Mr. Swift came up there and just absolutely put his helmet right in the middle of the 1 and the 2 of Christian Brown.
Swift, the only defensive lineman for Tulsa that, really has been here. All of them have been here 5 seasons. Only one without an all-star appearance. That feels like a crime. And Brown definitely almost was in some trouble there. This flip out is going to be a decent pickup, but short of the sticks. Paul Dillevue makes the grab, and St. Louis, I think they might have to punt, Gerald.
Yeah, they're going to have to punt that. You can't do it right there. You see Cameron Shaw, who seems to be everywhere, as this 4th tackle to go along with 2 interceptions and that touchdown. As you were talking about Jaden Swift, he is having an all-star caliber year. He has 25 tackles for a defensive tackle, but he does have 12 tackles for a loss, which is leading the SFL currently.
This punt barely gets away. Tulsa coming after another one. Manning retreats all the way down to his 5 and still manages to make it out to the 23. Let me give you this stat, Gerald. Tulsa, this season, 2-0 in games where they score more than 23 points. They currently sit at 21. A field goal would put them above that mark. They have wins over both Louisiana, who sits right now at the top of the East, and Denver, who is 3-2, and they are trying to get a win over St. Louis. 4 receivers wide. Single back is Douglas Brown. They'll give it to him off this right side. Brown through some traffic. Brown almost broke it. He's able to get to the 36, and a big play run from Douglas Brown.
Harold Winkler with the hit, as that run for Douglas Brown gets him close to the ever-elusive 100-yard mark. As you see, some great cutbacks right there, some great blocking up front. As you saw Jeffrey Casillas there coming up with a big block on the outside, and another first down for Tulsa. Tulsa's offense is looking really good.
Split backs, 2 tight ends out, 4-3 look here out of St. Louis, trying to stop the run. It's a throw, though. Flip out to the tight end. A well-designed play, Gerald. They've been running Brown right up the gut all night. They go heavy formation, and France sneaks out of the formation for a good pickup of 8.
His first catch of the ball game. There's a great change of pace there to hit the tight end there coming out to the side. And if they can get all these weapons involved, and Manning is yet to have a catch in the ball game.
3 in the backfield, 4 down linemen. They'll give it off left side. Brown sifting through traffic, still on his feet, and Brown out to the 44. What can Brown do for you, Gerald?
Unbelievable. The Riley Smith, Archer Pine, Mason Kirby, you got Tony Strawberry. You just got some great offensive linemen right there. Just absolutely getting downfield block. As you see another great block there. I believe that was the backup, one of the tight ends, Jim Copeland Jr., 6'7", 270, 6 yards down the field, making a block.
Spread out 4 wide. They'll give it to Brown again, right up the gut. He'll only get a yard.
Mark Gronick, I think you've seen enough of that coming up with this 7th tackle, and I think 6 of them have been on Douglas Brown. Douglas Brown showing you why he is the number 1 overall pick out of Boise from the SFLM. Right now, 14 carries for $104.
4 wide. Brown offset to the right. Dime look out of the Gladiators, and they give it to Brown off this right side. Douglas Brown, first down to the 31. He is running hard.
Just chugging those legs. Again, great blocking on the outside. Just nowhere to go. Had a great block there from Corey Jones. And then right here, it gets hit. And then look at the drive. That right there is just absolute willpower that I'm not going to get stopped. Put your shoulders down and end up gaining 4 or 5 more yards. Great hard running by Douglas Brown.
Almost reminds me a little bit of Saquon, just with the way that he runs with power and speed. This throw across the middle, incomplete for Q.
Corey Jones coming across the middle. But that was like an ill-advised throw. I think he was looking for him to go a little bit, maybe a little bit more shallow than deep. Either way, the ball falls incomplete. Now Q 10 of 15 for 139. You need to be careful here. You do have the lead, but you still need to protect the football.
Probably could use another 5-10 yards to feel comfortable about a field goal, especially with the miss earlier. They'll give it to Brown up the gut. Brown not going to get anywhere. St. Louis has seen that number song and dance one too many times. Panini with another tackle.
Panini's 4th tackle of the football game is going to bring up a 3rd and 10. And right now you're looking at about a 48-yard field goal. I think you'd like to see him get to maybe inside the 25 here, to at least give Rick Beisel a decent shot at a field goal.
Here is Q. Q floats off his back foot, tipped up and incomplete. Was trying to sneakily throw it to Robinson on a sneak breakout route, and it was read well by Mark Groening.
Groening having the game of his life defensively for St. Louis. Go with 7 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and now a pass deflection. And it's going to bring out Rick Beisel here, going to attempt a 48-yard field goal. Missed one off the upright earlier in this ball game.
This is a big one. Beisel on to try and send it through. Snap, hold down, kick from Beisel is up, and she got it from 47 yards. That puts Tulsa at 24 points.
He makes up for her earlier miss of the game and puts this just inside the right upright, but it's good nonetheless. And it's now a 3-score game for Tulsa. As you see, a 9-play, 48-yard drive results into the 47-yard field goal by Beisel to give them the 24-3 lead.
Tulsa 2-0 when they score 23 or more points. They've done it now. They are 0-3, Gerald, when they score under 23 points. So omens good if history repeats itself tonight. St. Louis, however, try and defy that and fight their way out of this hole.
The last meeting, these two teams, well, one of the last 2 meetings on this team, these 2 teams had, St. Louis held Tulsa to their lowest output point scoring, or shutting them out 20-0. They're trying to return the favor here.
Brown. Oh, what a play by the linebacker. That's about as good as you're going to get. I think it was Miller who dove over the top. We'll have to check it.
Oh, we got to see. Oh, we're not going to get a replay, but I believe that was Miller too. But you couldn't have timed that any better. The ball was thrown a little high, and he just jumped up and just swatted the ball out of Martinez's hands. Great play there by, we believe it's Carson Miller and the Tulsa defense.
That one's got to go on the highlight reel. It's not a big play. I don't care. Put it on there. Brown, the throw, fires outside, and he answers a big play with a big play of his own. Mondavi picks up 9.
Big 3rd and 1 here coming up at the 33 of St. Louis for Christian Brown, Kyra Martinez, and the rest of the St. Louis Gladiator offense. They need to get to the 34-yard line.
2 in the backfield. Martinez, the deep back. They'll give it to the fullback. Trust him, and he's got it. Christopher Dean has made some mistakes in this game, some drops. An interception bounce off his hands, but he picks up the first down there in a huge moment. They trust him. I love that.
You can use Kyra Martinez as a decoy to give him, and that was wide open up. So that was a great play call by St. Louis Gladiators at that play.
They trust in their guys, and we'll see if they can get them done. Brown, play action, pressure coming, barely gets it away. Oh, over the head of the receiver and the defender. The pressure supplied there. Jaden Swift again.
Again, Jaden Swift introducing himself to Christian Brown to force an errant throw. And it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here, just over 4.5 minutes to go in the third.
2nd and 10 from 39 yards.
Split backs, 2 tight ends on the field. 4-3 look here out of the Tulsa defense. They'll give it right up the middle to Martinez, and Martinez met right in the hole. I tell you what, Gerald, this Carson Miller guy, 2nd year in the league, has impressed me significantly.
Yeah, it was an all-star. 2nd year for Tulsa, was an all-star last year coming up, and it's going to be another 3rd down conversion here they needed. They are coming in. They are 5 for 9 so far in this game. Let's see what they can do here in the shotgun.
Gun straight look here. Christian Brown stands awaiting it. He will look to throw. Brown, pressure coming, just checks it down safely, and they got the first down. Oh, what a play on the catch to Jacob Swaim.
I think Keenan Samuels might have just helped him get that first down, because when he was hit, he looked like he was short of the line of game, but right there, I think him rolling back, rolling him forward, got him the yardage for the first down.
Yeah, first rookie, 3rd round pick Travis Arthur with the tackle, and it was a good sumo tackle just right at the sticks, and it gives St. Louis new life. Now they'll look to throw. Pressure coming on Brown. Hit as he let that one go again. Chris Andrews, and now Tulsa's defensive line is starting to come to play.
Coming in, they were a handful, and they're starting to become a handful right now in the biggest part of the game here late in the third, as Swift got a couple hits in that time. As you mentioned, big old number 52, Chris Andrews, coming in. He was an all-star last year as well, to match with Carson Miller.
He's been an all-star twice, 6'6", 280, bending the edge. Give right up the middle. Martinez going nowhere. It'll bring up a big 3rd down. Visit the SFL website at simulationfl.net for links to apparel from Sector 6, SFL mini helmets from 97 Sports Promotions, and articles from our content team, including Power Rankings, What We Learned, the Read Option, and Talent Factories series. See all the league records, team stats, player leaderboards, and the rankings of the next SFL talent, and so much more. That 3rd down is going to be incomplete, and 4th down awaiting St. Louis.
Travis Arthur coming up, the 3rd round, 60th overall pick from Lexington, with the knockdown. 4th and 9, I think at this point, you're going to have to punt it away. I think it's too early to go for here on 4th down.
A lot of football game left, but I tell you what, Gerald, this Tulsa team has been doing a really good job, both offensively and defensively, and St. Louis is struggling to kind of keep up. Desperados will set up for the return, and Gabriel Manning will call the fair catch. Tulsa backed up on their own 10.
I believe this is the worst starting field position here for Tulsa. This is where that man, JQ, needs to protect the football. Don't throw it into traffic, and just try to get a couple first downs here. Get yourself out of trouble. Burn some clock.
Gun split twins look out of Tulsa, 4-3 out of the Gladiators. This throw will go outside, and there is Gabriel Manning, I believe, for the first time tonight, Gerald. And I tell you what, I don't think he cares. I think 24-3. He's like, all right, cool. You need me? I'm in.
He's like, hey, if you need me, I'm here. I'll put down my drink and I'll get in the game. But that's a smart play and a smart play call by Tulsa. Get a nice little out, gain 5 yards, and put yourselves in a great situation to cash in for a first down.
St. Louis with 8 in the box will contain Doug Brown. It'll be 3rd and 6. Nice play by Panani again.
Panani along with Mark Ronick, and it's going to be a big 3rd down here for the St. Louis Gladiator defense. I believe Tulsa's 4 for 8 right now on 3rd down. They really would like to be 5 for 9.
Dime look, they'll give it to Brown off the left side and not going to get there. Brown tackled right at the 15. Play made there on the outside by Gerald Winkler, and Tulsa will have to punt this one.
I think that was just safe play calling there by Tulsa to not turn the ball over, which I think is a really smart call. Your defense has been on fire the whole game. Put it in the hands of your defense to maybe hold St. Louis to another field goal.
Farouk will punt this one out. He will send it. It's a little bit of a short punt, fielded and return. Nice little return out to the 43. Gladiators will have really good field position now for Brown and offensive company.
Starting on the plus side of the 50 at the 43 of Tulsa. This is the prime opportunity to get some points on the board. You would definitely like to get a touchdown, but you've got to get points on this drive.
Two receivers, top of the screen for the Gladiators. Brown under center. Martinez in the backfield. They'll give it to Martinez, and he is cut down. Miller again.
Carson Miller having a game. His 7th tackle of the football game results in no gain, bringing up 2nd and 10.
Just over a minute here in this third quarter to play. Two tight ends out on the field for Brown and company, and they will look to throw it. Play action. Brown going to fire out to Martinez, and Martinez tackled out of bounds. The SFL is spotlighting 4 games in their own time slot on Monday night, starting tomorrow, February 21st. We got Baltimore and Queen City. This week's special feature, you'll see Baltimore's T. Roy Gaines and Sir Ron Yates IV, and Queen City's Nathaniel Diggs and Jorge Torres on the camera while they watch and react to themselves and their teammates on the field. Visit simulationfl.net for complete Monday night special schedule and details. Brown, 3rd and 5, completion down the left sideline. Dillavu has played really well for St. Louis tonight and has a first down.
His 7th catch on his 10th target. Never heard from him for a little bit, but was wide open up the sideline. Big time first down for St. Louis here to get just outside the red zone.
Gladiators desperately need to find the end zone. They are down right now 21-3, but definitely not out of this one. Brown 29 of 44 tonight, throwing it nearly 50 times. He might get there by the end of the game. This one, the 45th. He's going to float it to the end zone and overthrew the receiver. But I mean, that was sizable there, Gerald.
Yeah, and that was almost a hat trick for Cameron Shaw. I can't believe that ball was way overthrown by at least 5 yards. Boy, Christian Brown got away with one there on his 45th attempt. We'll see what happens here on 2nd and 10 with 17 ticks on the clock.
I formation. Plenty of tight ends out on the field. 4-3 look out of Tulsa. Brown to throw it. Brown going to float one into the end zone. It's tipped around and incomplete again. Was trying to find the fullback, and that play hasn't really worked tonight too much.
That play has resulted in a lot of tip balls that resulted in an interception into the end zone. And if Christian Brown would have just looked to his right, Cairo Martinez was wide open. Nobody within 10, 15 yards of him. I think I was just staring down your receiver there.
Gun straight look for Brown. This would lead us to believe he's throwing it for the 47th time tonight, and he will. Brown moves up in the pocket, pressure coming, evades, it's caught! Oh, what a touchdown there! Eagle Mondavi strikes! A huge play from St. Louis as Brown avoided the pressure.
Trying to avoid the pressure, took a hit after he threw the football, but what a catch by Mondavi on the sideline.
Yeah.
He takes a hit right here. Wobbly pass, jumped up, was able to keep his feet in bounds and just go forward into the end zone. And that's a big response for St. Louis, taking advantage of the great field position to go 43 yards. Brown can finally get the touchdown on his 47th attempt. That's going to make it a 24-9 ball game, extra point pending.
Huge touchdown there for St. Louis. They needed that one desperately. Extra point up and good. Now 10-21. or excuse me, 24, sorry, a 14-point lead for Tulsa.
Now Tulsa's going to get the ball back here. Now, if you're Tulsa, you just want to get first downs, chew off the clock. You don't need to make any mistakes because right now, momentum's wearing green. You need to stop it.
Right before the end of the third, Gladiators are able to extend their total on the scoreboard, and now Manning will return. Good return from Manning up to the 28. Harvey Rodcap in the chat. Gerald says he's new to the SFL, says he's a fan of Carolina, but still tuning into this game. Harvey, just wanted to say hello to you. Welcome to the Simulation Football League, and I'm really glad to have you, and I think Gerald is too.
Oh, definitely. The more fans you get, the better. And hey, if you like it, you should join the community, join the SFL minor league, get on a team. You think it's great watching it, wait till you're involved in it.
Speaking of involved with it, Douglas Brown has been very involved tonight. He's able to pick up 4, and Gerald, he's a perfect example, went straight from the SFLM to the SFL field, first round pick, number 1 overall, and he's ran into the end zone tonight. That will take us to the end of the third, 24-10. Tulsa on top of the St. Louis Gladiators. Desperados trying to turn the lights off here in St. Louis. Gladiators trying to get back into it. It is the Simulation Football League presented by APM Music right here on YouTube. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice. And the first play is Brown, who will just get back to the line of scrimmage. APM Music is unrivaled music to bring your stories to life, inspiring every production with the world's most robust and constantly refreshed music collection, state-of-the-art technology, and world-class customer service. APM Music, the official soundtrack of the Simulation Football League, and you can explore their library to find the perfect tracks for your projects. Deep shot here from JQ is picked off. St. Louis will take that one away. A huge play from Colin Douglas.
The first miscue by JQ as he had the receiver wide open, just underthrew it, looking for another big play for Corey Jones. He was behind the defense, but this time ball short, and another interception could really change the complexity of this ball game. And just before we go here, I'd like to say to all the people in the chat for putting up their 4s and the 86s, I greatly appreciate it.
Chat keeping us excited, and off the field and on the field, St. Louis has injected some excitement back into this game. Out route throw is picked off! Intercepted right back the other way! Ricky Thornton! And we haven't said this in a while, Gerald, but the hashtag WeBalls are going to be right back out in the chat now.
Unbelievable. Just turns right around.
Oh, picked his pocket.
Oh, it looked like it was an outside hip throw. This time he just picked it off. Ricky Thornton, one-time All-Star, the 4th season, 6'1", 198, comes right back, and Phil Koss knows that could be a detrimental turnover for the St. Louis Gladiators.
JQ will take back over his wrong, unwritten, and they will give it to Douglas Brown, who will lose a yard. Gerald, I was just looking at their game last season. It was a 20-0 victory for St. Louis. JQ was 24 of 40. He threw the ball 40 times with 0 touchdowns, 3 picks. Brown was only 247 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. They flipped it tonight. 1 touchdown, 1 pick for JQ, 3 interceptions for Christian Brown, and Tulsa has been dominating this game.
Gets the ball out. Douglas Brown on the sideline to pick up 5 to make it a 3rd and medium instead of 3rd and long at the 42-yard line. Boy, if they can get a couple first downs here and get a field goal to make it a 3-possession game again, I think St. Louis might be in a little bit of trouble. They have to get the ball to that man, number 18, Gabriel Manning.
Yeah, still need about 10, 15 yards to be in field goal range. 3rd and 7 could end the drive. Bunch formation, top of the screen. Here is Q looking to throw it. Pressure coming, fires down the middle, and makes another mistake. This one intercepted by Nicholas Warner.
Back-to-back interceptions by these quarterbacks. Nicholas Warner looking again, another ball that was thrown short. Had TJ Hume behind the defense and threw it short. And man, they're just playing ping pong right now with the interceptions. Thank you, Justin Resigns, for that. Comes up with a big interception. Now let's see what St. Louis can do on their possession.
Can't say enough about Rochelle Colston and Justin Reside for keeping up with this madness. Gun straight look here for Brown. Brown moves in the pocket, going to take the deep shot, and almost threw it right back to Tulsa. Deflection made there by Daniel Wright.
I think the deflection there was made by Mondavi preventing an interception. That looked like it was going to be number 4 for Christian Brown. I think number 88 became a defensive player there for St. Louis.
5 interceptions between these two quarterbacks, 2 of which have happened in the last minute of gameplay. 2 tight ends on against a 4-3. Brown trying to settle it down, fires across the middle and completes. Spin move there after the catch. Hello and welcome to the game, Guy Clausen.
Clausen with a little bit of shake and bake. I thought that ball was deflected. How this ball got to Guy Clausen, I have no idea. As it just went right past the outstretched arm of Miles Gibson. And wow, what a break there for St. Louis. As they're at the ball at the 41-yard line. They're not out of this game yet.
Gerald, I don't know if you got change for a quarter because I need to give Christian Brown a dime on that one. What a throw from number 12, and he will try and keep this drive moving. A fire across the middle. That one's caught by Paul Dillevue for 4.
And boy, Christian Brown just standing in the pocket as a defender just whizzed right by him. Just missed the sack. Boy, Christian Brown, even though he has 3 interceptions, is now looking poised on this drive right now.
That last throw was his 51st of the night. I've only given the ball to Martinez 10 times. Pressure coming. Brown evades it all. He's going to fire on the corner route, and it's deflected, incomplete. That certainly would have been something to write in the newspaper about, but Travis Arthur deflects it away.
A great vision to step up in the pocket. And just one-on-one coverage. Had the back on the back, but comes up with a nice deflection there. And it's going to bring up, I believe it's going to be second down. 10, I believe. Yep, 36 here at the 45. I think it's 4-down territory now. What do you think, Andy?
Yeah, certainly. I think at the 45, you're looking, to potentially pick up at least 5 here and then maybe go for it on 4th and short. If you get sacked, I maybe would punt. Bump formation here out of Tulsa. They're going to look to play man-to-man. Here is Brown on a 5-step drop. Pressure coming. Throws the corner route. Oh, my gosh! Took it right off the top of his head. An unbelievable grab by Kaufman.
Kaufman, what a catch. 5-pointing the ball in between 3 Tulsa defenders. Gets up and actually like he took the interception away from King Rashid. Second overall, second round, 45th pick from Annapolis. Couldn't make the stop there. Big time throw and catch there by the Gladiators.
2 tight ends on. Here's Brown who fires an interception. Going back the other way. This one's going to go the distance. And Tulsa is going to ball all the way in the end zone. A huge pick 6 for the Desperados. Daniel Wright.
Wow, Daniel Wright with the second pick 6 of this ball game. And that's a killer after making a great play. Just read the eyes of Christian Brown right there, trying to hit underneath. Didn't see the free safety, Daniel Wright, and he comes up with his first pick 6 of his career. And just like that, it goes to a 3-score game. And that could have been the death nail for St. Louis.
Huge play from Daniel Wright. The second-year man, 6'4", 214, just swiped that one away, and it's going to be a night that Christian Brown is going to look to forget. He's thrown 4 picks tonight. 2 of them have gone yard for Tulsa.
And if you look at that, you take those 14 points off the board, St. Louis is only down 7. Unbelievable turn of events here. The 4th interception out of 54 throws for Christian Brown, which, JQ, there's been a ton of interceptions here in this 4th quarter.
Man, what a turn of events. It seems like every time St. Louis gets it going, they do something that turns the tide back towards the visiting team in white and red. And Gerald, they came out red hot. They started it off on the second play of the game with Douglas Brown going 61 yards.
61 yards, and then you have Corey Jones with the 73-yard touchdown. And then you have back-to-back pick sixes. I shouldn't say back-to-back pick sixes, but 2 pick sixes by the defense of over 60 yards. So the big plays are definitely in Tulsa's favor.
This one fired outside. Woo-wee. Phil Koss is lucky to be able to get in front of that one.
I thought Ricky Thorpe was going to pick his pocket once again. Dangerous throw there. Christian Brown has just got to be shaken up here with the four turnovers. He has not looked good so far in this ball game.
And Tulsa has to be just grinning so big to be able to do this in division like this, Gerald. It's tough to do, right? I mean, you face these teams, sometimes twice a season. And for St. Louis, we talked about it. They swept Tulsa last season. Tulsa could not beat this Gladiators team last year. And they came in this season and they said, you know what? Your house, our house doesn't matter. We're going to wipe our feet on your doormat, take your lunch money, and leave.
They're playing fantastic.
Yeah, they've played well. 3rd and 5, that out route caught, first down. And let's not discount, though, Gerald, that there's a lot that could still happen with 6 minutes to go here.
Oh, definitely. I mean, they score a touchdown, they get a pick six the other way. It's back to a one-score game. Now, St. Louis has had Tulsa's number here. They've won 4 of the last 5. But Tulsa came in here with a great game plan here. And their defense coming in was in the middle of the pack, but they've come up and played fantastic in this ballgame.
Gun straight look here for Brown, who will fire across the middle off the back of the defender. The other thing, Gerald, St. Louis does not only have to overcome the opponent's 21-point differential, right? They have not scored more than 31 points this season. The most they scored was 31. It was in their opening game against Las Vegas on the road, so they would have to score more points than they have all season.
Yeah, but they're defensively well. You can't say defensively, because defensively they're not playing bad. It's just you gave up 14 points from the offense.
And that will be a gain of 2, trying to get Martinez a little bit involved. Miller's there. I mean, they really not abandoned the run. Sorry, they didn't have the opportunity to get the run going very much today.
Oh, I mean, as you see the rushing yards, only 36 rushing yards total, but now 38 for St. Louis. But they've had to throw the ball because they've been playing catch up the entire football game.
Gun straight look again on 3rd and 8. Brown going to fire across the middle, collected for first down yardage. Phil Koss, another grab. He has 7 now.
That's his 10th target of the game. Dillevue, 8 catches for 83. Mondave, 8 catches for 12. Now, Phil Koss has 7 catches for about 40-some yards. He has 10 targets as well.
4 wide here for St. Louis. Dime look out of Tulsa. Brown on a 5-step drop, pumps once, and the catch is made to the 30.
I think that pump got everybody to go deep, and he hit Shane Kaufman underneath, wide open, like 10, 12 yards down the field, which is surprising down the middle of the field that he was that wide open. As you see Christian Brown coming up to the line, a 55.2 QBR.
2 receivers top of the screen, 2 tight ends on the bottom. This is the 60th throw for Brown tonight, and that doesn't go anywhere.
Another hit on the quarterback. This time it's by number 52, Andrews, coming up with the stick. And Christian Brown, while he hasn't been sacked, has been hit a couple of times tonight. And that maybe is another reason why he's just throwing the ball so erratically.
Yeah, the pressure can definitely make a quarterback reconsider who might be considered open at a certain moment. The flip outside there, that's out of bounds, going to be 3rd and 10. Well, Gerald, on this Tulsa defense, almost an interception on the last drive for King Rashid. Every interception or pick six that he makes this year is going to get a donation to the Multiple Sclerosis Foundation. He has a website he has up and running with some of his highlights, but great stuff from him. Not one of the players who's gotten an interception to this point, but still a good message that I felt we needed to share.
Well, that is absolutely wonderful. Great cause.
Free play here. They're going to fire on the backside. Oh, what a catch. Oh, man. Shane Kaufman, the second time tonight, he's gone up and over someone to make a completion.
They're still trying to make game of this. As you see an offside call, that will definitely be declined there as it's on Berto Demora. But they're trying to make game of this here. It's like 4-something to go. Still plenty of time. And as we were talking about Christian Brown earlier, he came into this game 5th in completion percentage at 76.6. He is at a frigid 61.3 right now for the game.
3 receivers wide. Nickel look here out of this Tulsa defense. Here is Brown on a 5-step drop. Fires. Caught. Phil caught. Oh, no. Incomplete. He dropped it. Nice job there by the secondary of Tulsa. And that, I think, was King Rashid who knocked it out. Does that count as a deflection? I say so.
I say so. He just hit him and knocked the ball right out of his hand as Phil Cost looked to power his way in the end zone. That left hand gets in there and knocks the ball away. Great play there by King Rashid to bring up 2nd and goal at the 9.
One thing the Desperados don't have, it is quit in them. They don't have any of that. 3-3 look out of this defense. Bunch look here out of the Gladiators trying to get in the end zone here. 2nd and goal. Brown will fire to the top. That is Koss, who will be out of bounds.
I don't like them playing off as much as they are, especially down here by the goal line. It's going to be 3rd. They said it was an incomplete. I thought it was complete. I was going to say.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I thought that ball was going to be caught, and they're going to be inside the 5. I don't see how this play was called out of bounds. Let's see. Maybe he was juggling the football. Let's see here on the replay. I thought that was good all day long.
Let's take a look. We'll see if we get a good angle of the feet. That catch, that looks like one in for Koss.
That looks like one in. They'll have it 3rd and goal. It looks like at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, they will rule that complete. Phil Koss will get credited for the catch. It'll make 3rd and goal shorter, but Gerald, it brings into question, is Cairo Martinez a factor here on 3rd and short?
You might think so here. I also would like to see maybe like a tight end out, like right along the goal line here. It's a big 3rd and goal here from the 4.
Martinez not on the field. Gun straight look. Watch out for Phil Koss from the tight end position. Here is the throw. This one is caught. Touchdown, St. Louis. Shane Kaufman hauls that one in, his 5th catch of the night, and it is good for a score, and I think that's his first touchdown of his career.
I believe you are correct. Congratulations, Shane Kaufman. Just an inside, just wide open. Everybody was looking at Phil Koss and went with him and just left vacated the middle of the field. They've been trying to exploit all during the game, a lot of times with their fullback, Christopher Dean, but this time Kaufman comes up with his first touchdown reception of his career, and it's now going to be a 2-score game with the extra point pending.
Well, and he's impressed tonight. I will say Kaufman has had a couple catches that are highlight reel worthy. Then that touchdown there, he's got 5 grabs, around 56 yards, and a score. And Gerald, I will say, other than Guy Clausen, who only has 1 grab, Kaufman is the most likely to catch the football when it's thrown at him. 71% of his passes have been collected.
Yeah, definitely one of the better receivers for St. Louis. But now it is time here. 4:44 to go. They try the onside kick.
It's still there, and St. Louis does not recover. Tulsa falls on it at the last second. It was a good kick. It kind of died right there on the turf.
and I know I get a lot of criticism about this. I think I would have kicked it deep there and try to maybe force JQ into another turnover here because a deep throw interception is just like a punt here. But now, Tulsa, 444, you're probably going to see a lot of number 24.
They will give it to him off this left side. Not really going to do very much with that. And I'll say, Gerald, I think Douglas Brown looked really good to start this game. In this fourth quarter, he has not gained a yard.
Now, they have definitely bottled him up here in the second half as Tom Tanner came up with I believe, his first stop of the ball game here. But the clock's running, just over 4 minutes to go.
Split backs again. They will take all the time off the play clock as they can. Very smart from JQ to do so. Here's the give. Brown, with plenty of room there, will pick up a couple. It'll be 3rd and 4. Huge play here as Tulsa, Gerald, I'll say I think they're on the edge of field goal range right now.
And you're looking right now at a 50-51 yarder. You see a missed block right there by number 65. Now Archer Pine would have picked up that guy. It could have been for a first down here. But if they can gain another first down here and bleed some more time off the clock, you're definitely in Brooke Beisel's range. Right now, 51 yards, man, that's tough for any kicker in the SFL.
3rd down, Q in the game. McMichaels will be in front of Douglas Brown. They will give it to him off this left side, and he will not get there. It'll be 4th and 6, actually lost a yard. Gronick in on the play, and now it's decision time for Tulsa.
Tackle number 9, his 3rd tackle for loss of the football game. Could not have come at a better time. I think if you're Tulsa, I think you're going to have to punt it away. Try to make them go the length of the field, pin them inside the 5. Because definitely the clock is not on their side as we're now under 3 minutes to go in the ballgame.
Yeah, smart move, running the ball, keeping the clock moving. Farouk will come on to try and pin the Gladiators deep. St. Louis might try and come after it. They will not. They will set up for the return. Kick is angled towards the top of the field. It's going to bounce at the 8. It's going to bounce at the 2 and die right there at the 1. What a punt!
We're talking about defense and special teams winning you a game. That's just it. 2 pick sixes and Farouk pinning them down at the 1, making them go 99 yards to get a touchdown with 2:38 to go. Great punt there by Ismailia Farouk.
First down, 99 yards between St. Louis and Pay Dirt. Brown going to fire, and it's incomplete. Knocked away there. Tulsa able to get a hand to it. Miles Gibson kind of had a quiet night, but a nice play there. Excuse me. He's got 8 tackles tonight. He's been really good in the ground game.
His first pass deflection, they have deflected 9 passes tonight of Christian Brown, or make that 10. It was long to go with 4 interceptions. This defense is playing great, and they need to play great here with 2:35 to go, 2nd and 10.
4 down linemen. They have a defensive back walked up. Brown looking to throw. Pressure coming. That one's tipped away again. He has got to be careful on these out routes, or he might throw a 3rd pick 6. That was Travis Arthur.
And that was another dangerous throw, getting knocked down. And this would be like just a mini touchdown. I don't think Tulsa wants to score because all their plays have been over 60 yards. So
too short.
Just way too short. But they're pretty impressed here on 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, 4 wide here. Brown under center with 1 in the backfield. 5-step drop, pressure coming. Brown going to float on the corner route, tipped away, incomplete. They might have to go for this, Gerald.
Yeah, you almost have to. 4th and 10, I mean, you're at your 1. If you, you'll talk about being between a rock and a hard place. 4th and 10, you're down 14 points. You're at your own 1. I think you're gonna have to try to go for it.
Oh, and they have not gained a yard from this position. 4 wide. This could be the ball game. Brown, 5-step drop, will fire across the middle. Collected. Nice first down pass to Delavu.
Big time throw, big time play by St. Louis to keep the heart still beating.
Brown, another 5-step drop, moves up in the pocket, throws back across his body, There's a flag, but I don't know if it's warranted. I thought he was behind the line.
We'll see what the flag is. I thought he was behind the line as well. Oh, evidently he was not. And that's going to hurt because it's also a loss of down along with the play. Man, that's killer. Brown picked up a 4th and 10 from his own 1. So it's just another hurdle for St. Louis to overcome here to try to get back in this football game.
Yeah, almost. And St. Louis, I think this is the right call, Jared. They're going to challenge this. We don't often say this enough, but I think St. Louis is making the right call. I think this is an easy overturn.
It's an easy overturn. Plus, you have nothing to lose. I mean, if you lose the challenge, you're going to lose the challenge. You're going to lose the timeout. But
oh yeah,
no, that's clearly. I think that's clearly behind the line. I think that's going to get overturned.
After review, the passer was behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, they will adjust that. That is a smart call by St. Louis. If they have, not gotten a lot of things going their way tonight, they will get that challenge to overturn that call, and it is going to be all right for the Gladiators on that one. They will not get penalized.
I believe Andrew O'Reilly was 2 for 2 on his challenges because the other one earlier for Phil Koss got overturned. So good job using those challenge flags by the coach, Andrew Riley.
2:09 to go here in the 4th. Gun straight look on 2nd and 10. This one a throw across the middle. Finds its way into the arms of the receiver. That's a dime to Mondavi. And that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Tulsa 31, St. Louis 17. Gladiators not done putting up a fight. Tulsa wants to keep playing as well. SFL Season 18 presented to you by APM Music. Andy Hamilton along with Gerald Giudice going to ride with you for the last minute and 20 seconds. 2 minutes of this game. Here is the throw deep from Brown. That one's tipped away and incomplete. Nice job there on the defensive side.
Very close, Randy. It's 120 seconds. I know math's not your strong point, but it was a great defensive play there. Only taking 4 seconds off the clock. Bringing it 2nd and 10 here. That was Christian Brown's 71st attempt.
Thank you, Gerald, for highlighting my brain fart there. I appreciate you, just making sure everyone at home knew where my thought process was as I struggled to get through that one. Gun straight here for Brown. Brown going to throw this one across the middle, off the hands of the receiver, and almost picked off again. It was incomplete. Ricky Thornton, he has not had, the best of luck pulling those down tonight, has had a couple chances at it.
A couple of the interceptions that Christian Brown has thrown tonight have been tipped. There's been a lot of tipped balls that have found its way into the defender's hands or the receiver's hands, but a big 3rd and 10 coming up here with $1:52 left.
Gun straight look again. Dime look here out of the Tulsa Desperados. Shotgun snap to Brown. Brown fires on the corner route, and that one's almost taken away as well. Tulsa all over these passes. Cameron Shaw, that would have been a hat trick for him.
Nice knockdown, but here comes another 4th and 10. He's converted 1 from his own 1. And he do it again here from the 38-yard line. This is pretty much the ball game here for St. Louis.
Tulsa trying to pull the curtains on the hometown Gladiators. 4 receivers wide. Dime look for Tulsa. Here's Brown. Brown sacked! The pressure finally got home. And Berto DeMora, his second mark on the stat sheet tonight, is a game-ending sack.
The first sack of the ball game by either club, and it came at a humongous time for Tulsa as that ends the drive. Now, full timeouts, they could still get the ball back here, but down 2 scores, it's going to be a hard road to hoe from here.
Certainly makes it tougher. Here's the give to Douglas Brown, and he will get a couple. There was a penalty flag, might have been an offsides.
I think one of the linebackers jumped off sides here. Let's see what the call is.
Neutral zone infraction, number 94. Defense, 5-yard penalty. Repeat.
As defensive end Tom Tanner comes up, and it's going to make it a 1st and 5. But man, what a defensive stand there by Tulsa on that drive. Now it's just time for them to run out the clock.
Man, this Tulsa team has walked right in here to St. Louis and did not flinch. From the opening whistle, they put everything they had on the field, and Gerald, it has been enough. They have done enough to win this football game, and now they just have to wind the clock out. Brown right up the middle will draw St. Louis's first time out.
I think a first down here basically ends it. As the offense JQ really hasn't been really good with the football. 12 of 21 for a $149, a touchdown, and 2 picks. But Douglas Brown's been carrying the load. 26 carries right now, sitting at 124 yards.
Brown again will pick up a couple. It'll again draw the St. Louis timeout. And Gerald, what that will basically do is going to potentially send Tulsa, if everything holds, to 3-3 in the division. St. Louis will drop to 2-4, which in the East will send Tulsa up a couple spots, along with an Atlanta win tonight, which puts them at 3-2. Both of them chasing Louisiana, who's had a good season so far. And Brown has the first down and a little bit more. Douglas Brown opened this game with a touchdown, and he's got the first down to potentially finish it off.
Start with Brown, and you're going to end with Brown. As another carry. Just great offensive push there. Get that first down and to basically ice this ball game. You got to give St. Louis credit, though. If you figure you take away that 61-yard touchdown run, it's 27 carries for 73 yards. So they bottled them up after that, but it's just too hard to come back from 2 pick sixes from Christian Brown, and it's a big divisional win for Tulsa. They came in here with, like I said, a 3-game losing streak against Tulsa, and once again, the road team is now 7-3 in this rivalry.
Last time that Tulsa beat St. Louis, it was in this building on March 21st, 2021. Under a year later, they are back in this building. That was week 9 of season 16. And this week in season 18, they are able to pull off the victory. That was a 4-point victory, Gerald. A tight game there. This one, a blowout in Tulsa's favor, 31-17. St. Louis could not fight back into it. They never gave up, but really it was the defense here of Tulsa that won this game.
Oh, definitely. 15 pass deflections for the Tulsa defense, 4 interceptions, 2 of those resulting in touchdowns. The 1 sack of the ball game was at the most opportune time for Berto Tamora to end St. Louis's last drive. Nate Haslip, 10 tackles. Gibson and Miller, 8 tackles apiece. I mean, it's going to be hard to name an MVP, player of the game here, because so many players had a good game here for Tulsa.
JQ and the road Desperados have come into St. Louis. They have won this game 31-17 over the St. Louis Gladiators. Rochelle Colston and Justin reside on stats. Gerald Giudice joined me in the booth. I'm Andy Hamilton. 74 throws for Christian Brown tonight. Completed 42 of them for 400-plus yards. But the balance of Tulsa and the defense that was able to take the ball away 4 times from Brown and the offense got the job done. Gerald, tons of players with big games, but I think it's Cameron Shaw, 2 picks and a touchdown.
That's got it. The game. That's who I'd have the game ball to. Cameron Shaw, like you said, 4 tackles, 2 pass deflections, 2 interceptions, 1 resulting in a touchdown, playing just great defense. As you said, Christian Brown, 42-74 for 421. Mandave, 122 yards. Paul Dillaboo, 101. The touchdown passes go to Mandave and Kaufman. The only touchdown pass for JQ was the 73-yarder for Corey Jones. You can give it to Douglas Brown, 28 carries for a $134 and a touchdown. They held Carl Martinez in check, 12 carries for 37. I think you're going to have to give it to Cameron Shaw.
Stats Truck likes Daniel Wright as an option. Wright also had a huge pick six. He's got 2 pass deflections, 2 tackles as well. And there are plenty of players deserving. Nate Heslip, 9 tackles tonight, along with a pass deflection. Both Carson Miller and Miles Gibson had 8 on the defensive side. JQ, 12 of 21, a touchdown and 2 picks. As you see there, Daniel Wright's big pick six late in this game. And Gerald, I tell you what, in the East, this game might weigh for a while because the interesting part about it is just how important it is for Tulsa to win games like this.
Definitely head-to-head in your division when you come down to even records just makes a difference of whether you get in the playoffs or if you're sitting home for the playoffs. So it was a big, big win for Tulsa.
Your player of the game tonight is going to be Douglas Brown, 28 attempts, 132 yards, and the score. And a new nickname for me, I think he's UPS. The question is, what can Brown do for you? And I tell you what, Gerald, he even delivers on Sunday. Well, that's all for us from St. Louis. Gerald Giudice, along with myself, Andy Hamilton. Thank you for tuning in and watching SFL football on Sunday night, and we will see you next time.